afternoon, everyone. I am here to do a newborn must-haves video. It's a video I've been wanting to film for a while, but I just haven't had the time. I've been crazy busy with 2 kiddos at home. For those of you who don't know, we also have custody of our nephew right now. He is currently taking a nap, and Austin is calm right now. She's sitting here in her rock and play, so I figured I would take this time to film this video. So I have a list of things on my phone here that I think are essential when you have a newborn. Obviously, some people are going to have different things that they think are essential or not essential, but these are the things that I really enjoyed and felt like I could not live those first few weeks of her life without. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And this is something, the first thing is something that we did not have until she was a couple weeks old, and I am so thankful that we decided to get it. This is like more of a mind over matter thing. You have to really get over what you're doing to be able to use this product. It is called the Nose Frida. We got it from Walmart. For a while Walmart did not sell it, but thankfully before she was born they got the product in stock and decided to sell it because we would have had to order it or get it from Target, which we don't have a Target near us, unfortunately. But basically you put it in the baby's nose. There's like a little filter that goes in here and you just suck, and it works so much better than a bulb suction or an electronic sucker that you can get at the store. It works amazing. I thought that I was not going to be able to do it because it disgusts me, but really when it comes to her breathing better and sucking boogers out, I don't even think about it. Like, it makes her feel so much better. It gets everything out. And she sounded 100 times better after we did it, which worked really well because she ended up getting a little bit of a cold when she was 2 or 3 weeks old. And this helped so much, and I think it helped her get over it way quicker. Our second, this is something that is convenient to have even if you're not breastfeeding, a boppy pillow. So this is our boppy pillow. We bought one that had a cover, and I highly suggest, even if you get like the naked one they call it, to buy a cover because babies spit up. All sorts of fluids come out of babies. Poop, pee, spit up, snot. And it's nice to just be able to take it off and wash it easily. But we are breastfeeding, so this is nice. You can just put it around your waist. It kind of helps support you, support the baby, and not like make you kink your neck to feed the baby. And it's also nice to just like prop them on the couch, and while you're next to them, obviously don't leave them on the couch in the boppy, and while they're sleeping, and just have them next to you, or have them next to you in bed if you want to take a nap. And I even use this sometimes in her crib while she's napping. She was never diagnosed with reflux, but she just, when she was a little bit younger, she used to spit up a lot in her sleep. So this was nice to have, and it's still nice to have because I still use it for naps sometimes, because she's not yet too big for it. Next on my list, obviously if you're not breastfeeding you will need these, but if you are breastfeeding, I suggest you get a few different types of these on hand if you ever plan to bottle feed, if you have to leave the baby, if you're really sick and don't want to or physically can't feed your baby. I suggest you have a couple bottles on hand. We initially got the Tomo bottle. It looks like this. It's squishy like a breast, and it kind of, when you do that, does like breast-like things. So this is the one we tried when she was 3 weeks old, and at first she did not do well with this. She didn't do well with any bottle at first. So I went to the store and picked up the Tommy Tippy Closer to Nature bottles, just the 4 or the 5 ounce little bottles, and she actually did really well with these for a little while, and then she started not taking them very well a couple weeks ago, about a month ago. So we then transitioned to a bottle that we got for free at our birthing class, the Avent bottles. I believe this one is like a Closer to Nature one too. The nipple looks like this, and she did really well with that. And then she would not take it the other day for my mom. I think she still will take it, but yesterday I did go back to the Tomo, and she took it well. So this and the Tommy Tippy are the most breast-like bottle, but the Avent is similar to the Tommy Tippy, and she did well with all 3 of these, and this is the one we are reverting back to. She's just struggling with bottles, period, and not being fed by me. Okay, the next thing I have, a lot of hospitals give this out, is a hand pump. If you're breastfeeding, I think it's really important to have a hand pump. An electric pump, obviously too, those are wonderful and work so much faster and better than a hand pump. But those first few days and sometimes week or two, when your milk comes in and you feel super engorged, especially if they're like sleeping for 3 or 4 hours and you just haven't fed them because they're sleeping, it's nice to have this to relieve a little bit of that pressure and engorgement. Obviously don't pump a full bottle because your body is going to make what it thinks your baby is eating. So if you pump a full bottle, it thinks that your baby is eating that much and it's going to continue to produce that much. So what I would do is just pump like 1/2 ounce just to relieve that pressure of it being so full, and it would help me feel so much better. And I would essentially I would end up dumping it because I'd be doing it in the middle of the night and just putting it in like the pouch in her co-sleeper, and it was going to waste, which I highly regret now. I could have been saving it and using it for milk baths or something, but I highly suggest a hand pump, and oftentimes your hospital will give you one. You just have to ask, or sometimes they just give it to you without asking. But oftentimes, if you plan to get a pump through your insurance, don't get this from the hospital, because oftentimes your hospital will bill this to your insurance and it will be the pump that you're allowed to get. So ask questions about if it's billed to your insurance before you take it. If you would rather have an electric pump, get the electric pump and try to buy one of these. Okay, the next thing on my list is the Rock and Play. She is in it right now, and I'm not going to show you. I'll just insert a picture up here. Obviously, a lot of you know what a Rock and Play is, but it is a lifesaver. We have one that just vibrates. It doesn't rock itself. You have to rock it. And the reason I got that one was because the one that rocks itself has to be plugged in all the time. It doesn't have like a compartment for batteries, and I believe it's probably because the batteries would run out super quick. But the one we have just vibrates, and she loved it. She still loves it. She enjoys being in it. It's a reclined seat. It's a lifesaver when you need to take a shower and nobody else is home. You can just bring it right in the bathroom with you. You're cooking dinner, you're basically doing anything where you can't be holding them at that moment, or it's not like safe or practical to baby wear. It's definitely a lifesaver, and I love our Rock and Play, and I'm going to be really sad when she outgrows it. Another thing, breast pads. If you're breastfeeding, breast pads are like essential to have. I use the Lancino ones. You are going to be leaking everywhere if you do not have these, and these are a lifesaver. There's a lot of Lancino products that a lot of people recommend. Breast pads are obviously the biggest one because you're going to be wearing them all the time for a long time. So get the big box, which looks like this. One thing I didn't expect to need for a newborn is bibs. I would definitely recommend bibs because babies spit up, and Austin has drooled basically since like day 1. I think she was like 2 or 3 weeks old when she just started to drool. Not even spit up, just drool. And so this was a lifesaver, so we didn't have to change her outfit 1,000 times a day. They do sell the newborn bibs, and that's what this is, and she's still wearing the newborn bibs right now. She has one on. Sleepers are like essential. Basically they live in sleepers for the first couple weeks. Obviously we dress her up nice and in cute little outfits, but little babies a lot of times will pee or poop through their outfits. They spit up, and it's just a pain in the butt if you have pants and socks and an under onesie and an over onesie and a little coat. So the cute little outfits are nice, but for little babies they're not as practical. This is actually a 6-month sleeper because that's what she's in now, is 3 to 6 months. So this is huge. It's not a newborn one, but essentially it's the same thing. It's got a zipper and the button up top, and they live in these, and it's easy for nighttime changes. And they're easy to change, and when they go to the doctor, just put them in one of these because you're gonna have to get them naked or in their diaper anyways, and it's just way easier to take off one thing or 2 things if you have an undershirt than it is to take off a whole get up. Okay, so the next thing on our list, or my list I should say, is a nursing cover. I got this one from Udder Covers, I actually have this one, and I have a navy blue one with like a pattern on it, and it just kind of simply pops over your head and you nurse. And this is like a little plastic piece, so it kind of helps you like hold it out and see baby. I also have another one coming in the mail today. If you've ever heard of Milk Snob, it's kind of like that one, the one that can stretch over your car seat or stretch over a shopping cart. I ordered that one today, so that I have like another version of this, and it might be a little easier. I could wear it like as a scarf and kind of just pull it down when I'm nursing her, and I just wanted to try it, frankly. But that one is supposed to come later today in the mail. This is for if these ones specifically are if you're breastfeeding. The other ones are nice to have if you for over the infant car seat or over a shopping cart. It depends on your level of modesty for needing one of these, but I do not like exposing my breast, but she needs to eat in public. I'm not going to starve her or just feed her a bottle just because we're in public, but this has been really nice to have when we're at restaurants or if we have family over, and I can't come into my room, or if I'm at my parents' house, I use this generally. She's starting to get to the age where it could go either way, where she ends up hating having to be covered or she is fine with it. Right now she's generally fine with it. Sometimes she has a rough time nursing, but most of the time she's fine being covered, and I try to keep it like off her head so she doesn't get claustrophobic. The next thing that I really enjoyed having, and I still enjoy having, is coconut oil. I got this one from Big Lots. It is just Butcher Boy non-hydrogenated pure refined coconut oil. I always get refined because it does not have a scent. I don't want it to have a scent. Hold on. Are you getting upset because you're not in the video? Ooh, here we go. Say hi, people. Hopefully we can make it through the rest of this video. But what I did with the coconut oil is I got these from Walmart, the travel section. They're just these little tiny containers, and I filled 4 of them up, and I had one near my chair. I had one in, she used to sleep in a co-sleeper next to our bed. She's now transitioned to a crib, but I had one in the co-sleeper, one in our diaper bag, and one out near the couch. I used it the first couple weeks of breastfeeding. TMI aware alert. I used it on my like on my breasts to prevent cracking and bleeding, and just a little soothing comfort. A lot of people use lanolin, but I wanted to go like a more natural route because obviously lanolin is safe for them to consume, or else it wouldn't be used for breastfeeding. But I used coconut oil and it worked just fine for me. I used it as a preventative measure. I used it every single time she nursed. I would put this on, and I never got cracked nipples. I never had bleeding or soreness. The only soreness I had was just getting used to breastfeeding, but I didn't have any soreness because she had a poor latch or anything like that. And this worked wonderful for me. And I also use it if she has, like when she had baby acne, I'd put it on there and it would clear up relatively quickly. She has a dry patch on her forehead quite often that I use it for. We use coconut oil for a lot of things. Okay, another thing, obviously, let me check my list. Burp cloths. Lots and lots of burp cloths. Babies spit up all the time and they drool. Lots and lots of burp cloths. This one is by Aiden and Ananias. I like it because it also can double as a bib. You like button it and it doubles as a bib for when they're a little bit older, but it also conforms to your shoulder and it works wonderfully. But we have a ton by Gerber also, just lots and lots of burp cloths and lots of them. I think I stopped in the middle of the pacifier clip, but what I was going to say about pacifiers is it's up to you. Have a couple different kinds because not all babies will take to every single pacifier, and I learned this the hard way. I purchased 3 of these adorable Wubba Nub pacifiers with the soothies on the end. I love penguins. This was super cute. Here is what I'm going to tell you. Get one of these, or even these are the ones that the hospital passes out 95% of the time. Get one from the hospital before you order any Wubba Nubs, because if your baby ends up hating or not taking the Soothie, like this girl right here, you have wasted your money on these adorable little stuffed animal Wubbanums that the pacifier does not come off of. You can cut it off, but then it kind of compromises the stuffed animal, and I think stuffing will like come out its face. So we have 3 of these adorable, cute little Wubbanums, and she hates them. I've tried them several times since she was born. She did take a Soothie for like the first week of her life, but it was often I had to hold it there for like 10 or 15 seconds before she'd latch onto it, and she'd spit it out within like 10 or 15 minutes. She just didn't take it, and I think it was because the nipple is too long. So I ended up getting these pacifiers. They are Tommy Tippy. It's not gonna focus on it. Let's see. So they look like that, and she latches onto those just fine. And she latched onto these almost immediately. So as adorable as these are, make sure your baby likes them before you purchase them. So moving on from pacifiers, obviously you need diapers and wipes. This is a newborn diaper that I found laying around. We still have. We use the Honest Company diapers. I just really like them. They have this little band in the back. Well, the newborn ones don't, but all the other ones have like a stretchy band in the back, and they conform to her body really well. They absorb pee amazingly, like a super amazing. I only have to change her once throughout the night, especially when she's a newborn, once or twice. And poop, they absorb very well as well and hold it in pretty well. She does have blowouts occasionally, but she has blowouts with any diaper. But I love the Honest Company diapers, and they have the cutest little patterns and prints. And we also use their wipes. And I love them because they get shipped directly to your house. You don't even have to go shopping for them. Obviously, if you have a Target near you and you choose to go shopping for them, Target and Bye Bye Baby carry Honest products. But we don't, so we just get them shipped directly to our house. Okay, next on my list, sorry, this is almost done here, are the muslin swaddle blankets. Ours are by Aiden and Anais. There are several companies that make them. I picked Aiden and Anais because it's a 4-pack for $35, and a lot of the ones I ran over were just 2-packs for about the same price. So I got these ones. I'm not going to open it up, but if you know, muslin swaddle blankets are extremely large. They are breathable and they're stretchy a little bit, so they're very good to swaddle with. I also, if in a pinch, will use them as burp rags. And blankets for her to lay on the floor on. Yeah, we're almost done, baby. Okay, and let me see. I think I have 2 more things. Okay, a nursing app. I actually deleted mine because I no longer use it, but the first few weeks of her life, when you are exhausted and you're trying to remember, did I just nurse on the left side or the right side? Or how long did she nurse for? When's the last time she nursed? Do I need to wake her up soon to eat? Find a great nursing app that lists all those things. You can start on the left and it'll count for you how many minutes she nursed on the left, count how long she nursed on the right. It'll tell you last nursed on your right side, so this time start on your left, so that way one of your boobies is engorged. It also tells you it's been this many minutes since Austin last ate. You should probably wake her up to eat soon. So it was very nice to have those first few weeks. But she was pretty good about not having to be woken up to eat. She would wake up every 2 or 3 hours on her own to eat, and she now nurses frequently, like every 2 or 3 hours, and sometimes every hour when she's cluster feeding. Last but not least, this product is expensive, and it's very, very... She's learned how to take out her own pacifier and drop it. So anyways, it's expensive. And I was on the fence for a very long time about getting this. I did not get it until after she was born. I think she was 2 weeks old when we got this, because it's $250. And that's a lot of money for someone who's having a baby. Some people are fortunate enough to not even think about spending $250, but we needed to really sit down and think about it. But when you have a newborn at home and you're waking up yourself every 10-15 minutes, putting your hand on their chest to make sure they're still breathing, make sure everything's okay, this product is a lifesaver, and it gives you such peace of mind. It is the Owlet. So basically, They, in November, and I think they still continue to do this, started a payment plan where you could pay a 3, 6, or 12-month plan. We chose the 6-month plan. We pay $43 a month, and for 6 months it's paid off. So we were able to purchase this product. This is the base station. Sorry, it's upside down. It's not plugged in right now, so it's not going to light up, but when the sock, this is the little sock thing that goes on her foot, and when it's charging, it's okay, we're almost done. When it's charging, the base station turns white. When it's on her foot, this base station will glow green if everything's okay. So essentially, the base station will glow green if everything's okay, and it'll just be a dull, kind of pulsing green. If she stops breathing or her heart rate dips too low or too high, it will alert us by flashing red and playing extremely loud like lullaby. So I am going to do a full Owlet review, I think, but it alerts you extremely loud, and your phone will also go off that something's not right. Also, it'll flash red. If the sock is displaced or it disconnects from the base station, it will flash yellow, and you'll just have to adjust the sock or reconnect the base station to your Wi-Fi. Everything will be fine and dandy again. So there is an app to go along with it on your phone that looks like this. So it'll pop up and it'll connect you. So right now it says the base station is disconnected because I have it not plugged into the wall right now. But it also comes with 3 different size socks: a newborn sock, a 1 to 3 month sock, 3 to 6 month, I think, and then 9 to 12 or something. Or it goes up to 18 months, I think. So right now she is in the 1 to 3 month sock, and she will soon, which is size 2, she'll soon be transitioning to the next sock because it's starting to get too small. But she's starting to get fussy, so I'm going to start to end this. But the Owlet is a lifesaver. I absolutely love it. And it's also designed to work if your app is not working or your phone won't connect to the internet. The sock and the base station still communicate with each other, so it's designed to work without your app. And that's what the colors and the flashing lights are for. So it will still alert you if something is wrong, even if your phone does not work or your app is not working. So those are the essential newborn products that I really think helped us survive those first few weeks, and I loved having them. So if you have any suggestions or questions, I will try to link where I got the products down below, and I will do my best. Also, the udder covers, these are like $40 nursing covers, and I got 2 of them, and I got them each for $14.95, which was shipping. All I had to pay was shipping because I had a code that allowed me to get 1 for free. So I got both of them essentially for free. I just had to pay shipping. So if I can find that code, I will also link that down below because it's extremely nice to have, and a discounted price on anything for your baby is wonderful. So hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. I hope this helped you preparing for your newborn, and congratulations if you're watching this and are expecting a little one pretty soon. We will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!